All right. Good day, everybody. Peace be unto you. If you are joining me for the first time on my channel, my name is Shakirat Oluokun, popularly called Always Shakaro. I'm the founder of the Oposu Parenting Academy. So, if this is your first time on my channel, do well to use the subscription button below, please. And remember to turn on your notification bell behind that subscription button so that you can be one of those who receive my message as soon as I drop the videos. So if you have been following this series, we have been talking about how to help children develop healthy self-esteem. And last week, we talked about the causes of poor or unhealthy self-esteem. So today, we are going to be going to the main point, which is ways in which we can help our children build healthy self-esteem. Like I said in my previous videos, I said self-esteem is something that is built in the home. And if we don't get it right, if children don't get it right from that home, it might become difficult to build it elsewhere. It might take them a longer period of time to develop healthy self-esteem. So the first ways in which we can assist our children to build healthy self-esteem is, I said it last week, is that we should accept our children. Acceptance is very important when it comes to children developing healthy self-esteem, because I said one of the primary ways in which children come to form their self-esteem is from two primary sources. That is how they are treated by others and what others say about them. These are one of the things that form our overall judgment about who we are. So the first way in which you can assist your child to develop healthy self-esteem is to teach them skills. Yes, let them learn skills. When I talk about skills here, I mean skills that are different from the normal school curriculum, like book reading and writing. I'm talking about skills like swimming, public speaking, writing, skills that are different from the school educational system. I don't know how people feel, but personally, when I learn something new, I usually feel on the top. Like I'm always usually proud about myself. And I found this true of children too. Yes, I found this true of little children too. You find that when the toddler starts walking, he feels proud. And when the child starts getting to the stage of wearing the clothes themselves, they feel proud of themselves. Mommy, I've worn my clothes, like my son will usually say it to me. Mommy, I can now button my top. I can now do this. These are things that build your child's self-esteem. So it is important that we make our children learn skills that you think is appropriate for the child, or you involve the child depending on your child's age. Ask the child, what is your interest? What do you like to learn? Is it football? Is it swimming? Is it skating? Just ask and make sure that you are not imposing your ideas on the child. You have to involve the child depending on the child's age. Another way that we can assist our children to develop healthy self-esteem is to make them set goals. Yes, aside from setting goals for our children, as a family too, we should have our own goal. We should have our family goals, yearly goals as a family. That's something that we should have. We should not joke with. So you can assist our children to set goals. It could be goals, it could be quarterly goals, it could be monthly goals, such that your child know that in the next few months, I want to make sure that I have been able to do this. I have gone through this process and I want to achieve this. It could be anything that you find is worthy, anything that the child find worthy of learning. Make sure they learn it and set goals, and make sure you evaluate them. So there should be room for evaluation, for feedback. Oh wow, last month I couldn't write well, so now I can now write well. It makes them feel good about themselves, that wow, so the fact that last year I couldn't write this book, but now I can now write it. So last year I was this child that is usually sluggish when it comes to writing, but now I can do it. This make your child feel good about themselves, instead of you punishing them or criticizing them for their mistakes or for their lapses or weaknesses. It means you are setting goals for them, that's okay, and you are working with them. By the end of this month, I want to make sure that you will be able to do this, you'll be able to do that. And when I talk about setting goals, I mean goals that are different from school goals, that are different from reading and writing in the normal school system. Goals are different from that. These are ways that children come to believe in themselves, that so I can actually do this, so I can do that. It makes them feel good about themselves. Yes, your child will feel proud. So I can do this. Mommy, I want to start cooking. I want to start learning how to cook. So I can cook this, so I can cook that. These are ways that your child will come to feel good about who they are. I don't know. Personally, when I learn something new, no matter how small, I usually feel good about myself. So under the third way in which you can help your child to develop all this self-esteem is to make them learn social skills. Unfortunately, many of us don't take this into consideration. We find out that we sometimes we so much about our children that we don't make room for social skills. When they now find themselves in places that are different from their normal regular home, they find it difficult to relate with other people. And if you want to go far, you have to learn how to deal with other people. You have to learn how to deal with people regardless of religion, regardless of racism, regardless of race, and regardless of anything. You have to be able to mingle with other people while at the same time maintaining your own point of view based on your own family values. These are things we should deliberately and intentionally teach our children. Should make plans for them that, okay, social skills, I want you to go and meet this person. I want us to have gatherings that we involve our children in communicating. We have ways where they communicate to themselves, not just your own way of doing things, because your child is not going to be with you forever. There will be a day that your child will leave you and have to go out. How will your child relate with other people? These are important things. Many of us grew up just find ourselves in our own popular way of doing things. When you now find yourself outside in the midst of people that are with a different ideology, you find it difficult to blend in. When I say blend, I'm not saying you should buy into their own ideology, but that ability to maintain your own stand as an individual, that this is what I believe in, and at the same time not rubbishing other people's point of view. It's very important we teach our children how to maintain their stand as an individual without feeling intimidated, and also how to respect other people's opinion regardless of what they believe in. So the last way, which is the fourth way which you can assist your child to develop healthy self-esteem, is to make them try hard at something. Most times as parents, we want to rescue our children. We don't want them to try other things. Your child is trying to do this, is making mistake, you're already there doing it for the child. Let your child try hard at something. Children at times they don't want to even try, and we have some that want to try regardless of how much order they face on the way. But most times parents unknowingly, we don't want our children to try at something. You find your child doing something, you're already saying, don't do it, you cannot do it, let me do it for you. You are trying to rescue the child. You're not making the child believe in themselves. If your child fails an exam, let the child rewrite it, let the child retake it. Don't be of those parents that will go and bribe the teacher, or that will feel bad, or will start talking down on the teacher because your child is not doing to your expectation, and because you have not done your own job as a parent. If your child fails, let the child retake the exam and encourage the child with your own words. You can do this, you can do that. Failure is not the end of the world. It's just a proof that you are trying at something. So make your child try hard at something. These are one of the values that are lost in our society today. People don't want to try at things again. You find children writing exam, leaving certificate exam, and they are failing, and they don't want to try again. They are looking for runs, ways that they can let me just finish, let me just go. You wrote jam once, the normal jam in Nigeria system, you find out that your child fails, and you're already looking for ways for special center for them. These are things we have to look at. Make your child try hard at something. Don't be of those that will now talk down your child because your child is not performing to your expectation. Okay, I've accepted the child might have failed an exam, but talking down at the child, does that make the child change? Then you should make them try hard through encouraging them that they can become better. Make them try hard by encouraging them that when they put in the right efforts, they can achieve anything they put their heart into. Many of us failed. Personally, I failed my own exam severally before I make them, and today I know that it's one of the things that made me. So make your child try hard at something. This is one of the ways that they can come to believe in themselves, that they can do anything they put their hearts to. Do you know any other ways in which we can help children build healthy self-esteem? I look forward to reading your comments in the comment section. Thank you. Remember, be more than a parent. Be purposeful.